Hi, this is Andy Staples, the consulting golf course architect for Olympia Fields Country Club. This is our first and latest update to work accomplished this year on the South Course Restovation. The South Course was the original course number 1 of Olympia Fields, and our master plan focused on fixing many of the issues throughout the course, but also to bring back the history that has slowly been lost over the years. The focus of this update is on new holes 5, 6, and 7, to what the members know of as holes 3, 4, and 5, and we're able to get a pretty good jump start on completing the vision for these golf holes. Let's begin with new hole number 5. The focus here was to update the entire hole with a new green more indicative of the original architect's vision for our property, but also to make the green more playable and visible from the tee. We were certainly inspired by the original 7th hole on old course number 3. Now obviously that hole doesn't exist anymore, but that property fits this hole almost exactly. The turf from the green and fairway was harvested and set aside to be reused later. The green was shifted slightly to the left. This freed up space on the right to aid in playability and make for better recovery shots. The green pad was roughed in, and certainly you're going to be able to see this green from the tee without any problems. The bunkers were shaped in what amounted to be sloppy, muddy conditions, certainly not ideal, but the team got it done. They drained, they're going to play just great. Irrigation, drainage, bunker liner, and bunker sand was all installed prior to the final soil preparations. Sam's crew began relaying the green sod from the old putting surface and moved right into the fairway, got that all sodded in a hurry. This is going to ensure play will proceed as early as possible in 2022. What exists today is a hole that pays homage to the history of Olympia Fields, and one that I think is going to hold its head up high as one of the best one-shotters on the property. The green was inspired by past designs of Willie Park Jr. because interestingly, Park had influence on all the courses on the property. The green will be no slouch, and beware of the front right sand bunker. But after playing it a few times, my belief is the members will find it an incredibly fun hole to play, and one that's going to look like it's been here from the early beginnings of the club. On to new hole number 6. This is where we started work this fall. This hole was designed to restore some of the old features lost over the years. The largest adjustment involves shifting of the right fairway bunkers to the left side of the hole, opening up view into a large original Tom Bendelow sand bunker. We have very good documentation of what this hole looked like in the early days, and these old photos drove the vision around the final strategy of the hole. The fairway bunkers were reshaped and the fairway graded to fit seamlessly into the surroundings. Sod was almost immediately replaced to cover up the exposed ground, giving the sod the longest growing time possible. The main green surface has remained relatively unchanged, however the edges have been expanded to the front and to the back. This is going to gain us a few more pin locations. Drainage surrounding the green has been added, and the cart path was actually relocated around the green on the right. The new 6th hole is now more in line with the original strategy, with an increased historic aesthetic. By moving the fairway bunkers to the left, it shifts the player's aim point now a bit towards the right. This is going to bring in the out of bounds and showcases that original dramatic Bendelow bunker in the distance. Not only will this bunker come into view from the tee, but it's going to play a major role visually on the second shot towards the green. All the bunkers and slopes around the green have been restored to reflect a more classic style as shown in the historic photos, along with the expansion of shortgrass to the left of the green, now connecting all the way down into the new tee complex on new hole number 7. There are a few more items to complete on this hole next spring, including additional drainage, forward tees, and some additional historic mounding, but we're really happy with this restoration, and it's going to reflect some of its old original glory. Finally, new hole number 7. The plan for this hole is to adjust the angle of the tee for better playability into this sloping green, along with restoring a series of carry bunkers, similar to the original 6th hole that no longer exists on course number 1, as you can see in the historic 1938 aerial. The original tees for this long par 3 have been shifted approximately 30 yards to the left. This is going to make for a much friendlier approach, opening up the view from the left, which will allow the existing cross slope to be used to allow for more run-up shots into this green. The fairway has been expanded to the left, and the cross bunkers sit proudly on top of a natural rise, very similar to what existed in the original 6th hole that no longer exists. You'll notice the areas surrounding the hole have been seeded and are in need of warm weather to properly develop in time for play this spring, but we'll get there. The green surfaces have been expanded slightly to the right, and a small catch bunker was added on the left side of the green to catch running shots before they reach the trees. An expansion of shortgrass from the green into the new hole number 8 tees you'll see on the right. You'll also notice the shape of the tees of the south course will be much more natural in shape and be formed to fit seamlessly into the shortgrass expansions from the previous green. The improvements of this hole are immense and should rank highly among members as one of the most improved holes on the front nine. I'd like to end with a big thank you to Sam and his crew to working their tails off this year, along with the gang at Greenscape Methods, Don, Ryan, and Connor for all the detailed shaping and finishing on the golf course, and of course Jeff and George at Hollenbeek Construction for their work related to drainage. We can't tell you enough how much we appreciate your efforts. And finally, a special thanks to you, the members. We appreciate the support and are working hard to make you all proud. Thanks for listening.